Hey, alright, shalom, shalom. I want to start off by getting, of course, on the praise and fear to the Heavenly Father, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Also, we get double honors to Apostle of the Millstone, do well. Who's your brother could come, member of the Great Millstone. I'd like to camp for back again today with another video, and this one's going to be called Man, Oh Man. Or, no, it's going to be called Because Iniquity Shall Abound, the Love of Many Shall Wax Cold. And, we've all heard about the whole Charlie Kirk thing. Okay, it's kind of not say old news because today they found the man who killed him. Okay, which it's some Edomite. It's like some rich, upper middle class Edomite actually took his ass out. So, going to show you that they're trying to put the blame on, Jake on social media. How could they, so on and so forth. Well, and so like my thoughts are kind of all over the place. It's all going to come together though. And even though, these far right wingers are trying to put the blame on the left and so on and so forth, there's nothing more than another great chess move, okay, by the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, to get Esau to know step closer into his new world order and to deliver the children of Israel from out of the land of their captivities. Thus saying that, okay, this guy, he could be Jake, but I believe he's a fucking Edomite, and I believe that, he got exactly what he deserved, and there's a lot of debates on social media about, what this is going to lead up to, but we can see this leading up to more lockdowns through Palantir and Gideon, okay, facial recognition, as well as a civil war. Okay, and the Lord warned us about these things, okay, when he was on the earth more than 2,000 years ago. This is Matthew 24, verse 1. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the building of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And he sat upon the Mount of Olives, and the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us what shall be these things, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and the end of the world. Okay, so we're coming into what the end of the world, and that word bro there in the Greek would be ion or eon. Okay, which is basically the end of an age, man. Okay, so we're coming into what the end of Esau's age, and that comes with what great division amongst the people. Okay, that comes with we'll read it. Okay, it says, so what is the end of this world? What are the signs going to be? Because if you go into the book of Ezra, which the Lord quoted, okay, he said that what the kingdom of heaven is straight and narrow, but as well as it says what the kingdom of heaven, okay, where it's about to visit the earth, it comes with very very plain signs and seasons. I'll say it like that. This is Second Ezra 9, or sorry, 1 as well. It says, he answered me and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. When thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time. So we're living at that very same time, where in the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And the Lord is beginning to visit the world which he made, whether it be famines, tempests, okay, earthquakes, okay, in diverse places. Okay, every time you look around, okay, Esau's talking about how Yellowstone's about to blow. Okay, you have certain volcanoes, okay, erupting at random, okay, or about to erupt. Okay, you have thermonuclear missiles being prepped in order for World War III. We have a whole new cashless society. You have Esau talking about a CBDC, central bank digital currency. Okay, Esau's also talking about wiping away the debt, basically like a year jubilee. Okay, so we're coming into some very, 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 very heavy times. Okay, and this CBDC system that Esau's pushing out would ultimately lead to what the RFID micro-C hit, or the mark of the beast. Okay, written about by John the Revelator in Revelation 13, 16 through 18. All right, and this guy's death, okay, I'm not saying him specifically is legal to you, but there's certain steps. Okay, so now through this guy's death, because this guy was some right-wing, okay, college rage baiter, not to say college, but he would go to colleges and rage bait people, or go on Fresh and Fit and these dating podcasts. I mean, he was on that whatever podcast, and just, these certain platforms, because he's handpicked by the elites. Man, this guy, he's a so-called Jew. There's videos of this guy kissing the Wailing Wall with that fucking yarmulke on his head. And you can just see, right through this guy, man. He's set up chosen and, did the bidding of Satan on the left-hand side. Because, I believe that he's Edom. I believe he's a child of Satan, But just saying that they will use his death to further their new world order agenda, whether it be through censorship or speech, or just, furthering facial identity recognition due by trying to due to trying to find his assassin. So showing how Esau used every situation for good and I guess say Esau used every situation for good and evil. It's really having Father controlling Esau, because what Esau thinks is good is really evil. One of them that call evil good and good evil. It says, Second Ezra 9 verse 3, and it's about to be Shabbat, so Shabbat Shalom. Second Ezra 9 verse 4, then shall I well understand that it is the same time. Then I shall well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like all that is made in the world had a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So the end is manifest. Okay, the Lord has manifested the end, onto his servants, the prophets. According to Amos 3 verse 7, the Lord doeth nothing but he revealed his secrets to his servants, the prophets. Okay, surely the Lord Yahawah will do nothing but he reveals his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So that's saying that, as the Lord is revealing himself unto us more and more unto that perfect day, the Lord is also revealing himself unto these people as well, but not on the way how he's revealing it to us. The Lord can reveal himself unto these people through these civil wars, through these famines, through the thermonuclear destruction, through terrors, newly created beast, spirits created for vengeance. These are all things that the Lord is going to use to introduce himself onto these people. Let me go back to this Matthew 24, verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed. You have this guy this week talking about how the Lord is going to come back the last week of September of 2025. Bro, you're through. The Lord's not coming back in the last week of September 2025. Unless some miraculous miracle happens and niggas start getting lined up to get chipped, the economy collapses all, and which I hope it does. I really do hope it does. I'm fucking sick and tired of this place. But, listen to the Apostle Har. He says, probably by, not fall. He said by spring of 2026 that Esau's ultimately going to have to push this thing out, man. And that's what we're hoping for. Esau calls it 2030 agenda, but I don't think Esau has until 2030. I'm going to be real with you, man. I don't think Esau has another, in 2025, 5 years. The Lord's not going to for 4 years and 3 months. The Lord is not going to give this nigga that much time, bro. That's what, 39 months. Do you see how much little time Esau has? Put it like that. We can say 4 years. 12 times 4 is what? 52 months, lucky. So let's say I said it's really 48, but I'm going to add that 3. So 51 months. 51 months. So you think the Lord is really going to allow Esau, to rule for another 51 months? That doesn't even seem like a long time. If we're being very honest with ourselves, Akim, that's a very short amount of time. And the way how these days are moving, by the time you look up, it's like camp is there already, man. Every time I look up, I feel like I'm at camp. Why? Because the Lord is speeding up the days, man. It says, 6, and you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. And this is exactly what, this video should be entitled, Civil War, wars, rumors of wars. So, with the death of this guy, they're speaking about what? Wars and rumors of wars. The main war they're talking about is what? A civil war. And now you have what? Egyptian versus Egyptian. Showing that we understand that Esau's kingdom is about to be completely wiped out, man. And also wiped out from the outside, but also from the inside out. This is Mark 3, verse 22. And it reads, and the scribes which came from Jerusalem, down from Jerusalem said, he hath Beelzebub, and by the prince of devils casteth he out devils. And he called unto them in a parable, and said unto them in a parable. So it's a parable. It's a parable, nigga. But at first it's a parable. How can Satan cast out Satan? Showing you how the Lord is very manifold in his speech. So as we see, is how can Satan cast out Satan? Well, he can't. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. See, and this house is completely divided. Why? Because Esau has used this divide and conquer technique, okay, through his politicians in order to dumb you people down. And you people have fallen head over heels for that, especially you fucking Edomites. And see, and you can't really blame Esau for, really believing in his own system, because the system was made for him. But you Israelites, see, now you have Israel getting involved. Well, fuck Charlie Kirk. And, it is fuck Charlie Kirk. But, you can't really hate the nigga because he's just doing what an Edomite would do as he sees his kingdom falling. And remember, this guy Charlie Kirk, man, he said a lot of crazy ass shit. He said, he wished that the civil rights movement never happened. Basically, I want you niggas back in chains, bro. And this is the sentiment of a lot of these Edomites out here, man. But they don't have a big enough platform to express it, so they go through people like Charlie Kirk or, what's the other guy's name who's just fucking dropping the M-bomb every single fucking podcast. You take that nigga out too, bro. And you'll see a lot of these entertainers and so on and so forth as time goes on. Okay, as things get worse and worse, okay, they will be more attempts on lives because these people out here are fucking crazy. These people out here are fucking insane. Okay, it's coming to the point where people don't think twice because they have nothing to lose. Carl Schwab, that fucking Edomite devil, he said what? Prepare for an angrier world. And this shit, man. Which it could be, FF, but, the point still stands, So this is, the book of Revelations 13, verse, 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. All right. So as you can see, these both parties are causing division here in America. These two parties, and that the two horns like a lamb that speak as a dragon talk about the Republican and Democratic Party, through the Roman form, which would be what the patricians and plebeians, which were reincarnated today as Democrats and Republicans. All right, so Mark 3 verse 23, and he called unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? How can Satan cast out Satan, man? He can't. White on white crime, is not going to uplift the kingdom. Just as how black on black crime, is not going to uplift the kingdom. So-called black on black crime. You go through the records of our history, man, there are civil wars always in Israel. And what did it lead us to? This fucking moment right here. So our people in fucking captivity, they don't know who the fuck they are. They've discontinued from their heritage. They're complacent under the so-called white man. This is what civil war gets you. But Esau, go ahead with your civil war. That's all biblical prophecy. But Satan cannot cast out Satan. Okay. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. If a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. All right, so Esau's about to have what his end. Because why? The signs are there. 2 Ezra 6 verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. It says, 2 Ezra 9 verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world had a beginning and the end is made manifest. So the end is manifest. Even so, the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works. So everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. Okay, so where has given what certain men the faith to escape these evil times. That's the time we're coming into where there will be great political turmoil. Okay, Jeremiah 30 and 5, it speaks about what the time, well, let me grab this, Jeremiah 30 verse 5, it says, for thus saith the Lord Yahawah, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. And if you see the reaction of these people when this guy got shot in his fucking neck, man, these people were scared as a motherfucker, man. Grown men, oh no, Charlie bit me, Charlie! Now these people are fucking crazy, man. Offer some Edomite idol, okay, who's considered wise when it comes to the politics of this world. Not knowing even for you to get into the world of politics, okay, you gotta fucking kiss ass and suck dick and do all type of nasty rituals, man. Okay, to get in these top spots, they get into child pedos and rings, and it's real nasty blackmail that goes on within these political circles, man. You know, for instance, like you have the a lot of these politicians, they're fucking just sick, man. Sick people. I'm not even going into detail. Just know, you look up these political scandals with these people, and the shit that you read is like, what the fuck is going on here, man? This type of shit these people are into, this is why this place has to go. But Jeremiah 30 verse 6, actually, and that goes into the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing as well. This guy considers himself some type of, he did, when he was on the earth living, he's dead now. He considered himself some type of political guru. Look at what happened to the politicians that are fucking around with Israel, man. And all of them fuck around. Israel all been bought on and paid for. But the main ones, okay, there's pedophilic blackmail put upon these politicians for them to do the will, okay, of Israel. See? So, this guy, he was what? He was a so-called Jew. He was a small head. Alright, so he was doing the bidding of what? Israel. To what? Further the New World Order for the league-making families. Jeremiah 30 verse 6, actually, now and then this thing could have been fake, but, through the Spirit, it doesn't matter, because the will of the Heavenly Father was done, and it's all for the betterment of the elect. Jeremiah 30 verse 6, actually now see whether do a man travail a child, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Right? And people are gonna be fucking afraid, man. Grown men are gonna be like women, like some fucking hoes, man. Okay, crying out, not knowing where their next meal is. Okay, wondering why there's a civil war. Wondering why, okay, they can't find, okay, their children. Okay, wonder why there's National Guard troops in the streets. Wondering why, okay, there's just so much chaos and destruction all around them, Jeremiah 30 verse 7, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And who's going to be saved out of it, man? Because Jacob, you're about to be in trouble. These Edomites are talking about coming down with great wrath upon you, Jake, because one of their Edomite fucking leaders, racist-ass leaders, got killed. And there's a fucking Edomite who did it too. Niggas talking about a civil war, and they're talking about fucking coming down and killing you niggas, man. Surely this man's your goddamn enemy. And Esau has the same motive and the same track history, which is what? He wants to kill you niggas, man. That's his track history. This book of Genesis 27. Now I end off with this one. Genesis 27, verse 37. It says, and Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy lord. Yeah, we're lords over Esau. You're our slaves. You're our boys. How about that, brother? And his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. What shall I do unto thee, my son? Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. Yeah, Esau is the fatness of the earth. Okay, he rules everything, man. Do it heaven above. Esau has fucking laws for goddamn flying planes, man. Okay. It says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. It shall come to pass that when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And that happened. Okay. That is not only biblical history, but historical history as well. Esau does live by the sword. Okay. What do you think this was right here? Edomite crime. Because modern-day sword nothing more than what? The gun. Right. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, his mind, right? Esau said in his mind, the same mind is put, the same spirit is put within the Edomites today. Okay, the days of my father's mourning, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And this is basically what this thing's about to lead up to, man. Okay, Esau is blaming you Jakes for the downfall of his society. Alright, this is the devil coming down with great wrath. Alright, and it's the point where they're trying to push a civil war, but it's really to fucking start Jacob's trouble off and round up you niggas, man. This is the book of Matthew 24, verse, start at, This is my last one too. Fuck you. There we go. Matthew 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Now, that word wax cold there is the word psyche or psycho, right? People's minds. Okay, these people's minds are waxing worse and worse. This is why you have public assassinations on, so-called big figures of the society, giants of the society. Which I guess you can call Charlie Kirk, when it comes to social media and newer age people, a giant. But that one says Shalom and Kol Halayim La, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. And Lord's will, this video was edifying. The Lord's very enjoyed it. Shalom, Akim. Shalom, shalom.